Well, Lloyd Hawthorn's pretty dangerous through the midfield, use the ball really well. What approach does the Essendon midfield need to take to match it with them?
Personally, I believe you should only really tag one player. I think once you start doing more than that, you're in a bit of trouble. I think the keys to them are obviously Mitchell, Hodge, Lewis, they're the heartbeat. And then on the outside, you've got the run of Bradley Hill and Isaac Smith. So they're the complete midfield because they've got those hard players in and under, and they've got the class on the outside. I think Mitchell's the key to try and stop. So whether that's a Howlett or a Melsham that runs with him, just to try and nullify his creativity in and around the packs. But the flip side of that, they've got Joe Watson, Brendan Goddard, Dyson Heppel to worry about. So those guys will probably go head to head with the Lewis Hodge types, and on the outside, obviously it's got to be able to run, whether it be Brenton Stanton or a Goddard going on the wings to see if they can be as damaging as a Bradley Hill. So I think it's football's biggest challenge that the Bombers are facing this Sunday, but it's not a bad time to get them round two off the back of you just hunt them, nothing to lose really, and just hunt them and try and be harder than them for the majority of the day.
Essendon's backline was pretty good last week. Obviously they're facing a number of threats in the Hawthorn forward line. How do you think the backline's placed to hold up?
I think our tools are arguably the best in the game with Hurley, Hooker and Fletcher. So I think they'll have no worries. So Jared Ruffhead's hard to contain. They'll have Segler, Ben McAvoy pushing forward. But I think we can cover that. It's just the smalls, Cyril Rioli, Paul Piopolo, just players that are always pushing forward. Jack Gunston, just a really tough matchup. So I think that's where they just prove so hard to stop, because they have midfielders kicking goals and they have those smalls who just keep bobbing up. They don't rely on any one player since Franklin's gone. So I think it's just got to be midfielders pushing back to help and support. I thought that's where Geelong were badly exposed, because guys like Luke Bruce, Jack Gunston, Cyril Rioli, Piopolo just keep bobbing up. So it's just got to be a team effort right across the board to stop them.
And at the other end of the ground, Lake and Gibson are so good at zoning off and getting that third man up. What do our forwards have to do to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah, I think the forwards just are relying on enough supply. I think that Brian Lake and Frawley, Gibson, they can be exposed if you get enough ball in there. So I think that's the big hope, that if we can break even through the midfield, that Joe Danaher, Carlisle, Ambrose, Zaka, Merritt, they'll get their chances. You've just got to sustain that. Geelong went through a large period where they couldn't get the ball inside 50, and obviously the Hawthorn defenders really dine out on that and start attacking. But if the midfield can get enough ball, I think Essendon have the ability to kick a winning score.
All right, beauty. Thanks, mate.
Thanks a lot.